Good morning. Okay, I will share my screen. Let me know once you see the screen. Can you see my screen?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Uh,
Yes, sir. Now we can see.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, now visible.
Okay, thank you. So let's open Revit window. It's take a time. Okay, so once you open this Revit window, so you can see the option here. So previously I told if you have drawing already created, so you can just click open. If you don't have, so you can create. Okay, you can create just by using the template file. So in last session we have already created, so we need to just click here open, right? And you need to go as per your respective folder location. So our folder is on desktop, so just go to the desktop, Revit training and 310. Yeah, so this file we have already created. So if I open this, or you can just click here, so whatever you have open the file, so all those file preview you can see here. So you can just double click on this preview, so you can open your drawing. Okay, so yeah, so in last session we saw how to add the column, right? So I hope everyone knows those how to add the column. If your column size is changed, so how to control the column also. So if I select, okay, and you can see in the in column criteria, you need to give the two points here. So one is a base level and top level. If you want to extend your column, extend or reduce, right? So you can just add here. So if you want to extend your column just below the base level, you need to just add the minus value. If you want to extend above the base value, base level, you need to add the plus value. So you can manage from here. Similarly from top, then strip isolated footing. So if you add the isolated footing, so you need to just click any column, right? So these isolated footing will be attached with this column. Then if you change this bottom of the column, so this isolated footing also change, right? Because this footing is attached with this column. Okay, so last session we saw how to model the column and how to model the isolated footing, right? So today we are going to see how to add the beams, right? So beam is a horizontal part of the structure. So let's see, just yeah, so let's see how to add. So this is my elevation, right? So this is my foundation level, and I want to add some ground beam here at the ground level. Okay, so you need to go here ground level, so you can just double click on this tab or just select this level and right click and say here go to floor plan. So once you click, so you will be reach here in plans, right? So I want to add some beams here, right? So if you see, this is my column and I want to add the beam connect to between two column. So first of all, you need to fix your beam size, whatever you have designed as per your requirement. So if you go here in structural tab, so we have option here beam, right? So just click on beam. So beam, you can see here beam family here. So these are steel family. So steel family will see later when we will work on structural building, right? Steel structural building. So right now just see here concrete. So there are two family of the beam. One is concrete beam and one is steel beam. So right now you can select any. So suppose I have designed some beam size. My column size is 650. I think, yeah, if I select, my column size is 650, and suppose I have designed beam is 500 by 500. So just go again beam category and just select any concrete family, right? So my, as per my requirement, this dimension is not matched. So the simple thing,
बोलूंगा जब
you need to click here, right? You need to click here, edit type,
आगे
right? Okay, so yes, I will repeat this. So just here, so this size is not as per my requirement, so I want to duplicate this. So how to duplicate? You need to click here, edit type, and you need to give first name here, right? So first of all, you need to click duplicate and you need to give the dimension as per your requirement. Suppose I have designed 500 by 700. So 700 is depth. What happened? Yeah. So say 500 is width and 700 is depth. Okay. And I will remove this 2 and click here. Okay. So you can see here your width and depth. So I will just change as per my requirement 500 and I want to change the depth is 700 and click here. Okay. Right. So you can see there are the different types of add the beam. So first is line. So if you want to add just point to point simple beam from one point to another point, you can use this option. So just like that. Okay, so you can add beam. You have one more option here, pick the lines, right? And I will let you know what is the purpose for this. So we have one more option, pick lines. So if you have already lines, so you need to just click on this, so your beam is added on these lines, like that. If you have reference lines, you can add, but we don't want to add this type of beam, so I will not use this option. And also we have one option on grids. So you have already grids, okay? And if I click here on grids, so and if I click on this grid, so you can see this beam is added here, right? And one more we have option here. If I select this on grid, right, and just add here, so you can see this beam has been start from this point to this point. Similarly, I want to add here, right? So you have different types of how to add the beams. So once you go here, if you want to just give 1 point and 1 point, so you can use this option. So you can just add here. Okay, you can see I have added this beam. Similarly, I want to add this from this point to this point, right? So you can see here, if I want to add, then if I want to add from this point to this point, then this point to this point, right? So I have added this beam, so I will just remove this beam. Okay, so if you go to the 3D model, so your beam is looks like, okay? So you can see from this point to this point, this point to this point, right? And we have one more option. So I will go with that grid lines. I will remove all the beams, delete. Okay, so if you go again beam and I want to add this beam, and I will select this and just click on this beam. Sorry, on grids option. So if I click on grid, so you can just add. So once you click, you need to click here finish, right? Similarly, you need to click here on grid and just select this grid. So once you add, you need to just click here finish, right? Then similarly, you need to click here pick lines. Once you add, sorry, you don't use these pick lines. So if you have reference line, you need to click here pick line, and if you have the grid lines, you can select here. So I will just add here on grid and just select this grid finish. Then similar again on grid and finish. Then I want to add the internal beam. So I will just select on grid, finish. Then again on grid, finish. Again, finish, right? So you can, if you have grid, you can use this grid option, right? So I will just select and finish, right? So you can see I have added the framing at the ground floor level. So if you see, go again, so your model
Sir,
looks like, yes.
can I select all grids at one time?
Yes, you can. I will just make it undo. Yeah. So if you go again, beams and grids and select all the grids and finish, right? So you can select all the in one click also,
Thank you,
right?
Ji.
Yeah. So I will cover, just come on this point, but you have raised this. So okay, no worries. So we have option here. Okay, if you go again, so you can see. So this beam I will delete. Yeah, so it looks like. Okay, so you can add the beams like that. Suppose this beam you need to add at the first floor also, right? And you have designed the same size. So just don't go again first floor and just add here. So you can copy this beam also, right? So how to copy? I will show you. Uh, what
सर ये होते रहेगा Revit license
yeah,
वो
yes, yes. Chalega. Okay, so suppose I want to copy all the beams at the first floor, second floor, and third floor also. Okay, if I see the elevation and I want to copy this same framing at first and second floor. So you don't need to go each and every level and just add. So simply you need to select any one of the beam, right click, and you have option here, select all instances visible in view or entire in project. So whatever you have added, this type of beam has been selected here. So what you need to do, you need to select all this beam and you need to click here, copy, right? So once you click on copy, then escape, right? And you need to go here in modify tab.
sir
So,
please show selection option again.
okay, so select any one of these, whatever you want to copy, right click, right? Then you have option here, select all instances visible in view, means whatever you want to copy in your current view. Okay, visible in view, one option, and in entire project, right? So if you go to here entire project, so all the beams has been selected, this size of beam. Suppose you have used this size in another building also, so those beam also selected. If you don't want to select those beam, so you should go with that, select all instances in visible in view. So whatever you will see on your screen, so this beam selection is on, is limited for this view. So there are two condition here. So I will just select visible in view. So this is my view and these are the beam visible in this view. So I will select this. Okay, so I have select here, right? And just press the Control C, right? So once you click here, Control C and escape, and if you go to here, I will repeat this again. So you need to select any one of the column beam, right click, select all instances visible in view, and you need to click here Control C, means you need to copy this. So select all those beam and Control C. So once you copy, so you need to go here, okay, in paste category. So just click on this arrow, right? So you have option here. Okay, selected view. What is not? What is the reason here? So this selected view. Okay, so once you select, so you need to go here paste, and you have option here align to selected levels. So you need to click here, right? So you need to click the level where you want this beam need to add. Okay, so I will just select first and the first floor and press the control and second, right? So I want to copy this framing first and second and click here OK. So this framing is added at the first and second level, so you can see. I will repeat again this command, right? I want to copy this framing from ground floor to first floor and second floor. So don't need to go each and every level and just add the beam. You have already added, and if you have designed the same size of beam here, so you can add here in one click. So select any one of the beam, right click, select all instances visible in view. You need to select all these beam and press the control C. Okay, once you copy this, you need to go here, paste option, and you need to select here align to selected level, and you need to click here where you want. Okay, so I want first and second floor only, and just click here OK. So right now I have added this framing. Okay, so if you go to the elevation, so your framing is looks like. Okay, so these are the beams here. Suppose I have designed for the third and fourth also, but I want to change the size. So this size is bigger. Okay, and so first of all, you need to just copy, right? So just select, right, and just right click again, select all instances visible in view. Oops, all the columns. Okay, so you need to manually select. So select and press the control like that, and you can select the multiple elements here, right? So you need to select all those framing column like that. Select this, select, select, and select. Okay, so you can see and press Control C, right? And you need to go again, and you can go align to selected levels. Suppose I want to add the third and fourth also, and click. Okay, so I will add only third floor first, then fourth, because we need to change the size, and you need to click here OK, right? So you have added here, and all the beams has been pasted here. Okay, and then you need to select all fourth level, or you can go here, sorry, third level, right? So you can see here, so we have added the beams here, but you can see the here our column size is change, right? So you need to modify this. So first of all, you need to change your whatever you want to size. Suppose I want to add here 400 by or 300 by 600, right here. But in that case, your column orientation has been changed, so you need to align this. Okay, so give the AL command, type AL, and select the center of this column and center of this beam. So you need to align all those beam like that, right? And you need to change the size. Suppose I want to add this, and you need to rearrange all the beams here. Okay, or another, if you change the size, so I will just make undo, right? So up to ground floor to second floor I have same design. Okay, and above that you can go here in third floor, right? And you need to add the beams here. So go to again structural, then beams, and this time I have designed 300 by 600, and this size is already here. So you need to add here. So use the grid option, then select, right, and click finish. So you can see this grid has been not select. What is the reasons? Because this grid is not exactly at the center. So you need to add the manually here. Okay, so you need to just add the manually from this point to this point. So you can see this beam is automatically merged in this column. So you can use this option. Go to again beam 300 by 600. Use this first point to last point, then last point to here end. Then similarly you can add here and add here, right? If you look at in 3D view, you can see. Okay, so this size is different and this size is different. Okay, so you can add the different size. And at the fourth level, you can just go again third floor and just you can select all those beams in from the plan. Also select all instances visible in view. So this beam has been selected. If you once you select and if you want to check in model, so this selected beam, okay, so right click, select all instances visible in view. So 300 by 600 has been selected. Then simple, you need to control C, means you need to copy this, right? And go to your model and go again in modify tab, then use paste option and you need to select here. And this time you can give fourth level and okay. So you can see at the fourth level also added here. Okay, so you can add your framing, right? So if you change the size, you need to floor and just add as per your requirement. So if you see, so our beam is looks like at the fourth level. If you see this section, so you can see this column is start from foundation level to second floor, and then this column second floor to parapet level. So you can see here the beam is 300 by 600. Here is also 300 by 600, and here 500 by 700. So you can add this column. Okay, then after that, if you go to the structure and beam, so we have option here. So as per your requirement, you can add the different curve of the beam. Suppose I will show you at the ground floor. Okay, so ground floor, and this is my entrance of the building. Okay, and I want to give some here what will say entrance here in different shapes. So I suppose I want to add some cantilever portion, curve portion for the entrance here. Okay, so you need to add the beam here in curve, right? So how to add? You need to go again structural and beam, and I want to add the 500 by 700 curve beam here. Okay, so we have option here: start end radius, then center, then tangent end. Okay, so you can use this. Suppose I will use this start end radius, right? So I will select this and I will give the point. So my first point is this one, second point is this one, and radius. So you can give suppose my 6 meter radius. Okay, and once I done, so just escape. So you can see I have added the curve beam. If you look at in 3D view, so it looks like. So you can see, then similarly I want to add here also. So simply just control C and you can go paste and selected level, and you can just select. Suppose I want to add first and second level also. So you can see I have added here, right? Then similarly I want to add on to third floor. Okay, the same beam with different size. So just go to the beam, you need to fix your size and use this option: start, end, and radius. So start, then end, and then radius 6 meter. Okay, and if you look at in 3D view, it looks like. Okay, so you can just copy once you add. So you can just copy, select, control C, go to here, modify tab. So you can see here in paste option, just select, and you need to select this option, selected level, and you need to give the level here. Suppose I want to give the fourth level, so this beam is added at the fourth level. Okay, so you can see I have given the, or you can add the circular curve column also, sorry, curve beam also, beam. So you have option here, right? So you can just give the start, end, just add. You have one more option, from this point to this point. You have one more option, yeah, here is a curve like that. Okay, so you can add any shape of beam here by using this option, right? Or if you have reference plane, so if I give the RP command, so RP is just a reference plane. So if I add this, so you can see this is my reference plane. Okay, so this is not come in your print, you can just take a reference. So we have one more option. So I have given the RP command and just add this reference plane, this is the reference line. Okay, and if you go to the beam, and you have option pick lines, so you have already reference line here, so you can just click on this, so your beam has been added along with this reference line, right? So you can use this different option for adding the beams as per your requirement. If you want to add just straight beam, so you need to select this option line. If you want to add some curve beam, you can use this option. Then this is the zigzag spin line beam. So if I use this and just add the spin beam like that, but this type of beam is not possible for construction, but you just need to know here, if you want to add this type of beam, so you have option spin line. Okay, then another thing, uh okay, so I have added this beam, right? If I take a section, right, so I will just take a section to here. Okay, so you need to go here section and just add the section, and you can decide the boundary of the section. It means this, if I click this up to here, so this element is also included in my section, but I don't want to include up to here, so you can control this. Okay, and if I go to the view, so you can see this is your beam. So if I select, okay, so this is the zero level, and the here is also zero level, right? But if you want to add some sloping beam, okay, so sometime we need to construct some ramp here. Okay, so below that you need to add the beam. So if you want to model the sloping beam, so you need to give here, suppose I want to give the slope in this direction. Okay, and my slope is higher point is 0 and lower point is minus 200. Okay, so you can see this beam is slope here. I have added the 2. Okay, so you can see if I check in a 3D view, so you can see, right? So you can model the also sloping beam. So if I set this, so you can see this beam is start from this point to this point. If I check the elevation, okay, so you can see this beam. I will just delete this beam, right? So you can see, if you want to check the slope, you have option, you need to go here annotate, and you have option spot slope. So you can see this is the 1.29 degree. So as per your requirement, you can give the slope here, right? Suppose I want to give the 5 degree, so you can just calculate your numbers up to here, and you can add here. So this is your length, and this is your angle. So yeah, so you can see here, if I select this, so start level offset is minus 200, so this is start level, and end level is 0, so you can control from also here. Okay, so if I increase this, so instead of 500, sorry, instead of 200, I will add here 500. So your beam is again given with a big slope, 3.23 slope. Okay, so if you, as per your requirement, if you want to model the sloping beam, so you have just select this, and you can just add here your start level offset and end level offset. Okay, so this beam I have added at the third floor. So you can see the location of this beam also. If I select this beam, so you can see this beam is second floor and start level is 0 0 at the second floor. Similarly here, so this beam is at first floor. I have added this beam on the reference on grid lines. That's the reason they off here. Okay, so yes, so we know how we saw how to add the beams. Then next is once you add the beam, you need to add the slab also, right? So our framing is done here. So I want to add the floor here. So if you go to the structural tab, so you have option here, floor, right? The same thing here also, slab. So what is the difference between? I will let you know. Okay, so first of all, we need to see here. If I click here, so you need to select structural floor. Okay, once you select, so you can see there are the different types of structural floor here, right? So you can see this is the generic 300 mm. It means the thickness of this floor is 300 mm. Suppose I have designed 250 thick slab for the ground floor. Okay, so this is my ground floor. So I want to add here 250 thick slab. Okay, so you need to go here in model, or you need to go to the ground floor level. Okay, so at this level I want to add the floor slab. So you need to go here floor and click here floor, right? So first of all, you need to change your dimension as per your requirement. So you can see there is no any 250 thick slab. Okay, so what we'll do, you need to click here edit type, then duplicate, and you can just give the thickness here 250, and then remove these two and click here OK, and you need to go here in edit, right? And you need to change here 250 thick in edit tab. Click here, so you can see the thickness has been changed here, and click OK, right? Then you need to add your slab by using these features. So there are the different features. So first of all, line, right? So if you want to add line, so I want to add the slab from this point. So I will just select 1 point, then 2 point, then okay, then 3 point, okay, then last point, fourth, and close. So if I close this, so I have added the slab here. So if I select, so you can see 250 thicks. If you want to check in 3D view, go to this 3D view, so you can see this slab has been added here, right? So if I go again ground floor, right, and I will just remove this slab, delete, and go again floor, click here. So second option we have rectangle. So you can just, if you select this rectangle, you need to give the first point and directly second point. So instead of selecting 4 point, you can just give the 2 points, right? If I double click here, okay, and if you go to on your 3D model, so you can see. But if you see, this column looks different color and this slab is different color. It means the material for this slab and this column is different. Okay, suppose I will select this beam and go to the edit type, right? Okay, so if I select this, so you can see the property here. So you have one option, structural material. Okay, if I click on this tab, so these are the different materials. So for this beam, we have given the concrete cast in place gray material. So you need to give the same material for this slab also. So then you will look the same material. Okay, so I will select this slab and go to here edit type, right? You have one option here, structural material. So how to edit this? you can't edit this, so you need to go here, edit tab, and you have option here, structural material category. So you need to change this material, and you need to find concrete gray. Right, so you can see cast in place gray. So if I select this and click here OK, and click here OK, I and OK. So you can see your material has been changed for this slab. So it looks like, right? So you can see if I select, so this is my slab, okay? But this slab is merged inside this beam. Okay, so you can't see these two lines. Okay, so you need to join this. So what we'll do, select this slab, and once you select, so this modified table activate here. So you need to click here join, right? So once you click join, so you need to simply select both the material where you want to join, like that. Oops, sorry. Okay, I will just go to here, east elevation, and select this, join this and this. Okay, okay. So what I'll do, I will just go to ground floor plan and just add the section here. Go to section, and let's see how to join. Yes, so it's already joined. You can, this column is and this beam is joined here. So these two lines is we can see here. So if this slab up to here, so we can't see this line, right? So if you go to again, so this line is our this part, this, right? Then most of time we need to select our as per the column size, means yeah. So right, so try to design your beam size just match this column. Okay, so you can't get this type of notches, so it's 75 notch here, right? So I have just added tentative here, uh, 500 by 700. But if you design, so try to design your beam width with the column size, so you can't get this type of notches. Okay, so you can just add the floor. Okay, the similarly, if you have designed the same floors slabs for this first and second, simply just select, press the Control C, and go to here again, paste, and you have option aligned selected, right? And so you can just give the levels. Suppose I want to add up to fourth level, same size, then click OK. So you can add the same. Okay, okay, so you can see I have added the same size. Suppose I want to change this slab thickness from the second, third, and fourth. So you can just select this slab, then slab, you need to just select, and you need to select all these three level slab. Okay, and simply you can change. Suppose I have designed 2 to 5 thickness. Okay, so you can give here like that. But the again material issue. Okay, so you need to select this slab and assign the same material. So select any. Sorry, guys, 1 minute. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
सर
हाँ,
वो आपका सिस्टम स्लो चल रहा है, उससे हम लोग को दिक्कत है, रुक रुक के आ रहा है सर इधर।
सिस्टम स्लो है, नहीं इंटरनेट तो स्ट्रांग है। आपका
नहीं
इंटरनेट
नहीं, मेरा इंटरनेट सही है सर। वो लास्ट टाइम भी आपने जो लेक्चर लिया था उसमें रिकॉर्डिंग सेशन हम लोग देख रहे थे, उसमें भी विजुअल नहीं हो रहा था, बहुत छोटा छोटा था तो दिख नहीं रहा था नेट की वजह से।
Okay, अभी दिख रहा है?
हाँ, अभी दिख रहा है सर।
Okay, right. Okay, so you can add the different thickness here. So you need to change the material. So if I select this and go to edit type, go to edit here, and you need to change the. Okay, so what we'll do, this is different types. Okay, so I will select this, then select, right, and just convert into the 250. Where is 250? Okay, and I want to click again and duplicate here, and suppose I have designed 200 thick slab. Okay, so I will give the 200 thick here. Just go to edit, you need to add here 200 thicks. Okay, like that. If I see the section, so how it looks, so go to view, so you can see. If I extend this, so this is foundation level, so if I extend this viewport, so you can visible at all slab here. So right now you can just give the di command. So if I give the di, so this is my 250 thick slab, right? So we are at first level, so same thing at the second. Here from second we have changed. Okay, second, then third, so third is also 200, and ground floor is 250, right? So you can give as per your requirement size for the slab and columns and beams. Okay, so you can see how to add the beams, sorry, slab. But if you see, we need to add the slab also here, because we need to cover this part. Okay, how to add? So we at the ground level. Okay, you have already added here slab, but you need to cover this portion also. So you can edit this. So instead of adding separate slab, so just select this slab 250 thick and go to here edit boundary. So these are the boundary, right? Then you need to edit this, right? So you need to add the same curve boundary here. So you need to using this option pick lines, means you have already lines here. So on the basis of that, you need to add the slab boundary. So you need to select on this line pick lines. So once you click this pick lines, and if you select this beam line, so it's highlight, and then you need to just click on this line, so you can see this boundary line has been added here, right? Then after that, you need to give the tr command. Tr means trim, and you need to delete, you need to trim this line. Yes, so just go here unjoin, and you can see we have trimmed this line, and our slab will be going up to here to here. And after that, you need to close this, so you can use this line and just join this. Okay, so you have complete your shape, and click here OK. So you can see we have added this type of beam, sorry, slab. What is again and again come, yeah. So if you look at in 3D view, so you can see your beam, sorry, your slab looks like.
Sir, please repeat this.
Okay,
Sir, please.
I will repeat. Okay, so similarly, if I want to add the this slab up to here at the first level, okay, so you need to go here first floor, right, and select your slab right here, and you can modify it. So instead of adding new slab here, you can modify this. So once you select, so you can see your slab has been 250 thick here. So because I have select this slab, so move your cursor and select this slab. So this is your slab, and you need to go here edit boundary. You have option here edit boundary. Click on this edit boundary. Okay, and you need to add the line here, curve line. So how to add? We have already added beam here. Means we have base here, so you need to click this option pick line. Okay, so click on this pick lines and simply select on this, move your cursor on this beam and just select. So this boundary has been added here, right? And after that, you need to give the trim command tr. Okay, and you need to trim this. So this error is coming from just for because this line is deleted because we have trimmed this and this, right? So just click here, unjoin. So you can see we have added the shape, but we need to enclose this. So you can go again in line option and just complete this shape up to here. So you can see I have added this shape and enclosed each other. If I don't enclose and click here, okay, so I will get the error here. So he say line must be closed loop. The highlighted lines are open. So these highlighted lines are open. So you need to click here continue and just close these lines. Click here, okay. So you can see we have added the same slab at this level also, right? Got it? Then you can just go again second floor also, then select, right? Then go to the edit boundary, then go to the peak lines. You need to select the peak lines, right? So you need to give the tr command, or you have one option for break this line. So instead of give the tr command, so go here, split element, okay. So if you click and just split this, split means break. So you can see I have break this line, and you can give the tr command, trim those two line, then those two line. So your shape has been here. Click here, open, right? So second is done. Then if you go again third, I will repeat this again. So you need to select this shape, go to the edit boundary, go to here pick line option, go and give the outer side of the beam, right? Then you need to go here, split element. So I want to split this line, so just select and give the tr command and just give the tr and finish. Okay, so if you go to the, so the third floor is also done. Then fourth floor, so you can go also fourth floor here, then same edit boundary, right? Then use this option pick lines, just go to here, split this line, give the tr command or trim and trim both the lines and finish.
सर आप कमांड दे रहे हो, आपका बहुत धीरे चल रहा है, हम लोग को पता नहीं चल रहा है।
क्या धीरे चल रहा है?
जैसे आप कमांड दे रहे हो उसके बाद 2-3 सेकंड बाद इधर दिख रहा है।
हाँ क्या
आपका
इंटरनेट तो
नहीं इंटरनेट ठीक चल रहा है सर, उसके लिए नहीं अलग। आप जो कमांड दे रहे हैं ना, उसके 2 सेकंड 3 सेकंड बाद, जैसे आप कमांड दिए तो उसके 2-3 सेकंड बाद इधर दिख रहा है। वो आपका सिस्टम तो
स्टेप नहीं दिख रहा है सर,
स्टेप पे नहीं दिख रहा आपका।
अब सभी सबको प्रॉब्लम है क्या ये? हेलो,
हाँ सर, हर स्टेप नहीं दिख रहा है सर, 2-3 स्टेप के बाद एक स्टेप दिख रहा है फाइनल वाला।
ओके, इंटरनेट का प्रॉब्लम है क्या? इंटरनेट तो
नहीं एक्चुअली सर वो ये रेबिट आपका सॉफ्टवेयर वो स्लो चलता ही है, उसके लिए रेबिट के लिए स्पेस थोड़ा ज्यादा चाहिए।
नहीं वो नहीं है, हाई रैम साइज वगैरह अच्छा है
सर मैं बता रहा हूँ ना, मैं रेबिट यूज कर रहा था तो नहीं चला था, मैंने एसएसडी लगवाया तब जाके मेरा रेबिट सारा सॉफ्टवेयर ढंग से चल रहा है।
एक बार देखते हैं इंटरनेट स्पीड, देखते हैं कितना है। है इंटरनेट है अच्छा, 40 Mbps दिख रहा है शायद। मेरा रेबिट स्लो नहीं है, रेबिट अगर स्लो रहता तो मुझे भी स्लो दिखता ना फिर ऐसा।
हम लोग को स्टेप ही नहीं सर दिख रहा है। अब मैं मानता मुझे दिक्कत है, लेकिन बाकी लोग को भी यही प्रॉब्लम।
बराबर ठीक है, चलेगा। एक बार मैं और समझाता हूँ, अंडू करता हूँ। Okay, so you can see this slab and I want to extend up to here. अभी दिख रहा है क्या बराबर?
स्क्रीन तो दिख रहा है, उसमें इशू नहीं हो रहा है।
शो नहीं हो रहा है।
स्क्रीन दिख रहा है, आप स्टेप जो यूज कमांड दे रहे हैं, स्टेप का जो कमांड दे रहे हैं आप, तो आप जैसे आप स्प्लिट कमांड देंगे, सीधे वो इस नहीं दिखा रहा, वो सीधे आपको लास्ट स्टेप।
आपका कर्सर कहाँ से कहाँ जा रहा है जिससे हमें पता चले हमें भी वहां जाना है?
ओके ओके।
वो थोड़ा कम ओपन हो रहा है, आपका कर्सर उस तरह से विजिबल नहीं हो पा रहा है।
क्या रीजन हो सकता है इनका भी?
आपका ये स्क्रीन भी क्या और एनलार्ज हो सकता है क्या?
लार्ज।
इसमें स्क्रीन मोड में जा सकता है? अब हम नहीं दिखेंगे, बेशक ना दिखें।
हाँ चलेगा ना, वो ऐसे करेंगे। यहाँ पे कुछ ऑप्शन फुल स्क्रीन तो देखो अभी।
हाँ,
हम लोग तो फुल स्क्रीन करके ही देख रहे हैं सर।
ये
ये
तो
तो
फुल
फुल स्क्रीन और आएगा ना।
स्क्रीन ही है।
हाँ,
ये भी दिख रहा है आपको, ये नेम होगा, ये क्लोज किया तो चलेगा ना? अगर क्लोज किया तो
चलेगा चलेगा।
नहीं, वो क्लोज नहीं होता है सर, वो
हाँ
आप,
बंद हो जाएगा, फिर कॉल बंद हो जाएगा।
वो
ओके।
कॉल नहीं होगा, वो दिखेगा ही।
हम्म ठीक है, एक बार और देखते हैं यहाँ पे कुछ
सर आप
ऑप्शन।
सर आपके लैपटॉप पे कितना सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल है?
एक ही है, रेविट का ही है, ज्यादा हेवी नहीं है।
हार्ड डिस्क कितना है आपका?
हार्ड डिस्क हाँ, 1 मिनट में दिखाता हूँ। मिनिमाइज, 1 मिनट में स्टॉप प्रेजेंटिंग करता हूँ। हार्ड डिस्क कितना है दिख रहा है क्या मेरा स्क्रीन?
नहीं, स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा सर।
नहीं दिख रहा है
नहीं।
अभी?
हाँ हाँ।
सर आपने प्रेजेंटेशन बंद किया है क्या? तो नहीं
नहीं
दिखेगा
ना,
ना।
अभी चालू किया ना।
अभी नहीं दिख रहा।
अभी दिख रहा है?
नहीं।
नहीं सर।
अरे यार ऐसे कैसे गया?
शेयर कीजिए सर, आप शेयर।
हाँ
प्रेजेंट
शेयर
नाउ।
किया ना, अभी देखो।
नहीं दिख रहा है सर, दिखता तो मैं आपको बोल। हाँ अब दिखा।
हम्म इसमें 8 GB रैम है। हार्ड डिस्क का है ना, कितना है? 8 GB।
सर डेल का लैपटॉप है आपका?
हम्म
हाँ तो वो होगा सर, वो आप बस इसको अगर आप प्रेजेंटेशन में दोगे तो आपको
हम्म
एसएसडी लगाना ही पड़ेगा।
क्या SSD?
हाँ वो लगाना पड़ेगा, तब आपका अच्छा चलेगा, क्योंकि मेरे पास डेल का लैपटॉप है।
SD कार्ड बोल रहे हैं क्या आप?
नहीं, एसएसडी आता है सर, एक हार्ड हार्ड डिस्क एक। मैंने 250 GB का हार्ड डिस्क लगाया मैंने, वो लगभग
नहीं रे यार,
25।
वैसे नहीं। अभी तक तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं था ना, आज ही आ रहा है ना प्रॉब्लम।
वो हो जाता है सर, वो चलते चलते रेविट उससे स्लो हो जाता है। आपको ठीक चलेगा, लेकिन हम लोग को नहीं दिखेगा, वो ढंग से नहीं दिखेगा।
अच्छा ठीक है, मैं एक काम करता हूँ, वो अजय से बात करता हूँ, क्या है उसका। ठीक है।
हाँ,
हाँ
i3
ठीक।
प्रोसेसर सर।
हम्म ठीक है, अभी दिख रहा है क्या स्क्रीन?
स्क्रीन तो दिख रहा है सर, वो कमांड में ही दिक्कत हो, स्टेप में ही दिक्कत हो रहा है।
अभी देखो, अभी मैंने एडिट किया, अभी दिख रहा है?
हाँ
देखो अभी। yes, so once you select this and go to the edit profile, then you need to add the lines here on curve part, right? So use this pick line option. अभी दिख रहा है क्या मूवमेंट?
हाँ हाँ।
जी सर।
ये
Okay.
सर अभी कर्सर दिख रहा है।
Okay, so once you select, then after that you need to split this, because we need to enclose this shape to each other, right? So move your cursor here, split element, select this and just break this line, then escape. Then you need to give the tr command, right? So once you give the tr command, so this command is active for the trim. So simply you need to select both the lines, this one and this one. So you can see I have create a shape. Okay, and click here OK, and then you can modify this shape, right? So if you look at in 3D view, it looks like.
यस सर,
ओके, सो अभी दिख रहा है सबको?
अभी दिखा।
जी सर।
ओके ओके
यस
ओके, ऐसा कुछ हुआ ना तो बोलना, नहीं तो मैं आगे जा रहा हूँ, आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा तो उसका कुछ फायदा नहीं फिर। ठीक है, ठीक है ना?
यस सर,
ओके,
बस सर कर्सर का इशू था, कर्सर दिखना चाहिए कि कहाँ
अभी
जा।
दिख रहा है ना कर्सर?
हाँ हाँ
ठीक है,
विजिबल।
चलेगा। ओके ओके, then if you, okay, we saw how to add the slope, but we have one some option for creating the floor. So go to again structural, click here floor, and you need to select this floor structural. Then after that you can select any thickness. Okay, so if you want to add the 500 thick, so you can create also. So go to the edit type, click here duplicate, and then you need to add the 500, right? And close this and go to it. Then after that you need to give the thickness in edit tab. So go to here and just simply add your inputs. So just keep in mind, if you want to create as per your own thickness element, so you should duplicate. Okay, no need to directly, you should not change this original family. So you need to duplicate, means you need to copy and you can give your input. Okay, and I have complete. So you can see I have create the 500 thick floor slab family.
सर मैंने बाई मिस्टेक है ना डुप्लीकेट नहीं किया था, तो ऑलरेडी जो कॉलम मैंने जिस साइज के बनाए थे ना वो भी चेंज हो गए थे फिर।
यस, सो अगर आप किसी बड़े प्रोजेक्ट पे काम कर रहे हैं और आपने कई जगहों पे वो अपना ओरिजिनल जो पहले वाला साइज वो यूज किया है और आपने डायरेक्टली उसको ही एडिट किया, तो आपने जो पहले वाले डाले थे ना वो भी सब चेंज हो जाएंगे। इसकी वजह से आपको डुप्लीकेट करना है, फिर क्या आपको किधर ऐड करना है आपके हिसाब से आप कर सकते हैं। तो ये आप ये ध्यान रखो, जब भी आपको अपना साइज का कुछ कॉपी करना है तो आपको डुप्लीकेट करना है, ओरिजिनल साइज मत ये करो। ठीक है, ठीक
जी
है।
सर, जी सर।
Okay, okay. So I have create 500 thick slab. So you have option. So if you want to add just from this point, so suppose my slab is 3.5 up to here and 1.8 up to here, 3.6. Then this is my L shape slab. So you can use this simple line close. So you can see I have added the L slab, and this is our spanning direction. Okay, so if you add slope, so this spanning direction added, you can remove it. Okay, then if you go again floor again, click floor, and you have option. So suppose if you want to add some square or rectangle slab, so you can just click from one point to another point. Okay, so suppose I want to add 4 meter by 4 meter, so you can just give here 4 meter, sorry, 4 meter here, and here also 4 meter. So if your slab shape is rectangle or square, so you can use this option. Click here, right? Then if you go again floor, structural floor, and third option, so suppose your slab shape is polygon. Okay, so you can select this option and just add the polygon, and you need to give the radius. Suppose is radius is 2.5 meter, and complete. Then if you go again structural floor, and there are two type of polygon. One is inscribed polygon and circumscribed polygon. Okay, so suppose I want to add the slab with this type of polygon, then you need to give the radius. Suppose is the radius is, okay, so radius is 2.5 meters, so I will give the 2.5 and complete, finish. Okay, so this is polygon shape slab. If you go again, click here, and suppose I want to add the circle shape slab, so you can use this option circle, and you can just add, and you need to give the radius or diameter. Okay, so suppose I will give the 2.5 meter radius, so I will add this and click complete. Okay, so you can see structural floor span direction is not specified. Okay, so span direction for the circular criteria, you need to give the span direction. So suppose I will click here continue, and you have option here span direction. So just select and click here line, and suppose my span direction in this direction or in this direction, so you can give as per your input. So I will give the span direction, means is this is my main reinforcement direction, and click here okay. So you can see circular slab I have added here. Then if you go again in structural slab, floor slab, so you have option here for the curve. Suppose as per your requirement, if you want to some curve part, I will show you how to. So suppose my shape is this is straight, then after that this one, then after that going up to here and here and here and finish. But I want to give here curve portion. Okay, so I will delete this line and this line, and I will use this option end, first end, second end, and radius. Then second, first, second, and radius. Okay, so purpose for this curve, if you want to add some curves shape for the slab, so you can use this option, right? Start end radius, center end radius, then this is pin line, so any zigzag. But we are not using this pin line because our slab is proper shape, irregular shape. If I click here okay, so all this you can delete this symbol. Okay, so if I look at in 3D view, so this is your different types of shape here, so you can give any shape as per your requirement, right? If you go again, and suppose if you want to add the floor slab with ellipse shape, so you have option here, so just click right and just add here ellipse shape, so you can give the your inputs. Okay, so the same thing you need to give the span direction, so click here. Uh, if you add this type of shape or rectangle, so this span direction is automatically come. But if you add some circular ellipse, so you need to give the span direction. Okay, so click here span direction and select this line and just add. Suppose my span direction this way, so you can give, click here okay, right? Then you can see this ellipse shape we have added the floor slab here. If you go again floor, and yeah, so this is one more option here. Okay, so pick lines means you have already lines here. Okay, so suppose I will give the example here. So what I do, I have just added this reference line. Okay, so you have already reference line. Okay, RP and just add. So and you have added just for reference. Okay, and after that you want to add the slab here on the basis of this reference line. So you need to go here floor and use this option pick lines. So you have already lines. Okay, so just select all those lines like that and click here okay. Okay, so you can see here we have added the slope here. So I will just remove this beam. Okay, so you can see, go again, and this option you have walls. Okay, so if you move your cursor, but we are not using this option, so all those option you can as per your requirement you can fulfill here. Suppose if you want to L shape with curve edges, okay, so you can use this option. Okay, so we have one more option, right? So if you go here in floor category, so for structural point of view we are using this, and architectural guys using this tab. Yes, and here is a slab edge. Okay, so I will let you know what is the purpose for this slab edge. Okay, so I will just use the paint. Right, okay, so just consider this is my slab. Okay, and this slab is resting some equipment, mechanical equipment or water tank. Okay, yeah. So if I cut the section, right? If I cut the section, so this is my section A, and this is also section A. So how it looks? Just thickness up to here, right? And just consider this is 300 thick slab. Okay, so this is my 300 thick. Okay, so and just consider here is the soil condition is very loose soil condition. Okay, for stability purpose we need to add some edge beam here, right? Like that along the all periphery. So if you look at in plan, so it looks like dotted line, like that. Okay, so two lines is shown, this one and one, right? So you can like that. So you can model this. So how to model? So just consider I want to add this slab edge for this slab, right? So you need to go here, floor, right? Click here, slab edge, right? So okay, save. So अभी आपको मोमेंट दिख रहा है ना कर्सर का?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so right. So you need to go here, structure, floor, and you have option here, slab edge. Okay, so select this, right? And you need to select this bottom edge of this slab. So once you active this command and move your cursor here, so you can see slab edge is added here. The same thing added and then add, right? So you can see. So once you done, escape this. You can go to the plan and you can see this dotted line has been added here. If I cut the section through this slab, right? So I have cut the section and just I don't want to show this element in my section, so just increase up to here. Okay, and right click and go to view. So you can see the edges I have added. So if I check this, so this is 300, so 500 my slab, so total is 800. So 500 thickness is for the slab, right? And this thickness is 300 and this is 300, like that. Okay, so you can add this. Another question is I want this 500, okay, or 600, any. So I don't want to add here 300. So you can create this as per your requirement. Okay, so just consider I want to add this 500, right? And after that I will give the 45 angle. So on the basis of that, whatever will come, right? So I want to add here 500 and this also 300, right? So this is my slab thickness, whatever x, y, z. So you can create this shape as per your requirement. Okay, how to create? So you, if I select this, so this called as slab edge, right? So if I click here, right, and you can see this is the 600 by 300. It means this point to this point is 600, right? And thickness is 300. So you can modify. Okay, so you can't modify here, you need to create as per your own. Okay, so how to create? So this is my slab edge, right? And okay, and if you go to here in the properties browse tab, so we have one option here, families. Okay, so if I click on these families, so these are families, different families loaded in this project. Okay, so you need to go here in profile category and you have one here, slab edge thicken. Okay, so you can see if I select, so this family name is slab edge, so means this one, slab edge thicken. So if I click on this plus, so whatever we have created the sizes in that slab edge, so you can see here. Okay, so in our case, so this is our geometry, right? So this is my slab thickness, Okay, so yeah, so this is slab thickness, and I want to give here total is 500, right? And this thickness is 300. Okay, so you can give here. So yeah, so select any one of these we have already created. So 600 from this point to this point, and 300 means is depth, and right click. Okay, right click again. So just right click any one of these, and you need to click duplicate, and you need to give the your name here, your size name. Okay, so I will give here 500 and 300, or you can just say 250. I want to give the 250 thickness, and you need to remove this 2. Okay, so we have create this, and after that you need to just double click. Okay, so you can change your size here. So my width is 500 and my thickness is 250. Okay, and click here. So we have create here. Then after that you need to, suppose I will go again and just copy this same beam, sorry, same slab. So select this and click, type CO for copy, just paste, right? And if you look at in 3D view, what I do, I will remove this thickening previous added. Okay, because I have given here 500 by 250, and I want to apply this here. Okay, so you need to go again, structural, floor, and you need to select this floor structural tab, right? So, sorry, go to the floor category, and you need to click here slab edge. Okay, and you need to click here edit type. So you can see here 600 by 300 is loaded, but I can't change. So I have added this family, but if you change, so this family is added here 500 by 250, but I don't run here because sometimes we have used 600 by 300 at some location. If I just change this size, so all 600 by 300 is changed. So I want to keep this 600 by 300. Okay, because just assume I have used the same slab thick at some location and I don't want to change this. So what we'll do, suppose you need to duplicate this. Okay, so duplicate here, and you need to just give for the reference name 500 by 250 thick for your reference, and click here OK. So you can see slab is 500 by 215. Then you can load your new value. Okay, click here OK, and move your cursor at the bottom of the slab. So once you move your cursor here, so this edge is highlight. Okay, suppose I will just move my cursor here, so you can see the edge is highlight. Similarly edge is highlight. Okay, so move your cursor here. So instead of selecting one at 4 location, so just move your cursor any edge and press the tab. Okay, so once you press the tab, your boundary has been selected. So you can see all the boundary has been selected, and once you select and just click, so you can add your thickening in one click. You can go to the plan and just add the section and up to here and go to the view. So you can see here I have added this. So if I measure this, so oops, this is okay, I will check again. Okay, okay, so I have added here. Okay, I will check here. So this is our old one. I have added the new one here. So if you go to the view, and you can check here, give the di command for dimension, select. You can see this is the 500 and this is your 250. Okay, so you can give here as per your requirement, right? So everyone got it, this command, or need to repeat?
Got
फाइन
it.
सर, ट्राई करके देखते हैं,
Okay, और एक बार बताओ.
प्लीज डू.
Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, so what I do, I will just copy again this slab, or okay, I will add a new slab here. Okay, structural, then floor, then structural floor slab, and this time I will add some different shape. So yeah, ये आपको भी आ रहा है कि प्रॉब्लम? ये आज ही आ रहा है प्रॉब्लम, रोज नहीं आता है. अभी तो इसका क्लोज का बटन ही ऑन है. ओके, गया वो भी. अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम है ऐसा तो वो अजय सर को कांटेक्ट कीजिए. यस. Okay, so you need to go here. You need to add the first of all your slab. So just consider my slab is 8 meter in this direction. After that 5 meter upward, then 8 meter again, right? Then 12 meter below, and up to finish here. Okay, and I want to add the thickening in this slab. Okay, so this is, just consider this is 300 thick slab, so you can select and just give the thickness here, right? And I want to add the section here also. Oops. And go to view. Okay, so you can see this is my 300 slab. Okay, and I will take a snapshot over on. Okay, so I want to add this type of thickening here, right? So suppose I want to give the 1 meter, so this is my 1 meter. Okay, and this thickness is 250 mm. So this is your 1 meter. Okay, so I want to create this type of thickening. Okay, so how to create? You need to go here. I will just minimize this. Yeah, you need to go here, project browser tab, click here families, find the profile. Okay, so this is profile, right? And you need to select here slab edge, right? So first of all, you need to duplicate any one of the category. So right click and click here duplicate. Then you need to give the dimension. So this is my 1 meter, right? And suppose I will give here 450 thick. You can give any thickness as per your requirement. Suppose 300 we have. Okay, so I want to add 50 thickness and remove this 2 and click here. So you can see I have added this type, right? And you need to double click and just change here width. I want 1 meter and 350 thickness. Okay, so as per my design, I want to add this edge beam thickening slab thick beam. Okay, so you need to change here as per your requirement and click here OK. Then after that you need to go in your 3D view, right? So this is your slab, right? So we have added this slab. So what I do, I will just change the first material because it's different, looks different here. So cast in place gray. Okay, okay, so I have changed this, right? Then after that you need to just rotate this view. So select this slab and press the control and move your cursor so you can rotate here like that. Then after that you need to go floor category and use this slab edge. Select this and then move your cursor any edge of the slab, here, here, or here, Then here, once you move your cursor, so this edge is highlight. But I don't want to click each and every edge. Okay, so move your cursor and press the tab button. So it's select the all perimeter. You can see all perimeters shown is a blue line, right? Once you okay, so you need to just click on this edge. So this edge is apply here. So before going, you need to set here, right? So go to again structural floor slab, right? So you need to change here your type. So how to change? Go to edit type. So I don't want to add this, I want to duplicate again. I don't edit directly, because sometimes just assume I have used 500 by 250 anywhere, any other way. So I will just duplicate, give my sizes name 50, remove your 2 and click here OK. After that, you need to load your type 100 by 1 meter by 350, right? And click here OK. And then move your cursor, press the tab, then you can select all the perimeter. Okay, press the tab and select. So you can see we have added here, right? So if I go to the plan and go to the section, so you can see I have added. If I give the di command, so this is my 1 meter, then this is my 350, and then this is my 650, and this is my 350, right? So 650 plus 350 is 1 meter, right? So this exactly 45 degree. So this is your horizontal and this is your vertical distance. So you can add this shape. So I hope everyone got this. So do the practice for that. So practice is most important. Okay, but if you look at in 3D view, this slab is looks different material and this is different material. So you need to give the material for this slab. Okay, then you are looking both the slab and thickening at the same material. So how to change? Select this, go to edit type, then you have tab here material, then you need to select on this 3 dot and you need to select this cast in place gray, then apply and then okay. You can see both the material looks same. Then you need to click your slab, go to here join and just join both the element. Okay, so if you look at sections, yeah, both the elements are joined already. Okay, so you can see this line is merged inside here. If you want to unjoin, so we have option here. So I will just show unjoin, right? So you can see this line is different and this, but we need to join this because this material and this material is same. So we'll go again, just opposite of join here and just select. Okay, so I hope everyone can get this option. किसी को डाउट इसमें? हेलो भरत?
No doubt, sir.
ओके, हिमा आपको कुछ प्रॉब्लम है इसमें?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so in floor we have see this category edge slab, and what is the purpose of this edge slab? We saw sometime this foundation soil is not hard or just loose soil. Okay, so for stability purpose we are giving this type of beam, right? So this beam is run in perimeter all around. Okay, so I think we should stop now. In next session is today at 7:30 p.m. So we'll see here. So what is the difference between this slab and this slab? So if you look at here, this is a structural slab and slab edge also. But if you go here, only slab. So here structural foundation slab and the same option for this slab also. Okay, so though I will let you know where we can use this option and where we can use this option. There are the both different category. If you see, the purpose is same, but have some different criteria. That's the reason they have given the separate category. Okay, so any doubts, any question, you can ask. Everyone has installed Revit?
नो सर,
Why?
मैं एक्चुअली सेफ भी नहीं हुआ है सर। बहुत टाइम मैंने 4-5 बार अजय सर को कांटेक्ट करने को ट्राई किया, लेकिन वो भी बिजी थे
अरे,
और एक बार मैसेज कॉल किया सर।
आप कहाँ से, पुणे से ही बात कर रहे हैं क्या?
नहीं सर, मैं बैंगलोर से हूँ।
ओके ओके, सो कांटेक्ट कीजिए अजय सर को, नहीं तो प्रज्ञा को बोलिए, और जल्द से जल्द आप रिविट इंस्टॉल कर लीजिए।
ओके सर।
यस यस। भरत, आपको कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, इशू? समीर? Okay, do the practice. So let's make evening 7:30. We will see the slab option. Then after that, once we finish this slab, then we will see the walls also. So walls is also important part. So you can see the wall option. So if you want to add the brick wall, concrete wall, glass wall, any type of material of wall, you can model here, right? And we have option also, if you add some retaining wall, okay, and you need to give the continuous footing below the wall, so we have option this. So at the evening session we will see how to add the walls with the footing and how to add the walls with different material. Okay, so do the practice and let me know once if you have any question, any doubts. Just take a snapshot your doubts and just share on WhatsApp group. I will try to resolve it. Okay, so bye for now. Meets at evening. Thank you.
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
थैंक यू।
You, sir.